The comedian who calls Western Mass home and has shared the stage with some of the nation's top comedians, such as Paul Rodriguez and Michael Rapaport, is performing at the Roar Comedy Club on July 30th.
And our David Horowitz spoke with Rafi Gonzalez ahead of his sold-out show.
On a personal level, I do comedy because it's there's no ceiling. You can always get better at it. You can always evolve.
Growing up in Puerto Rico and settling in Western Mass in 1990 at the age of 4, Rafi Gonzalez says that he always wanted to be a comedian.
My dream my whole life. I made every excuse in the book growing up to not do it because that's how my brain works, but always wanted to do it.
Prior to becoming a comedian, Gonzalez was a lead singer in a band. He decided in 2015 to pursue his dream of making people laugh. Since then, he has performed all over New England, in Los Angeles, and he was filmed for HBO Max as part of the Hot Comedy Festival. Gonzalez describes his comedy as born out of personal and family experiences.
I want to do comedy that my mother could go to and feel comfortable. Family seems to hit home for a lot of people.
He says that he also focuses on sports, but stays away from politics.
My comedy entails, it's a culmination of a young man who moved from Puerto Rico at 4 years old, and he was thrown into the American culture, and the American dream was a real thing that I felt and I went after. So it's basically perhaps a clashing of cultures. You know, the Puerto Rican culture meets the American culture and my experiences.
He especially says that he's looking forward to performing in Western Mass on July 30th at the Roar Comedy Club, calling the show special. Gonzalez says that he's always touched by the feedback from fans.
And then people come up to me after shows and, you know, they've been through things in their life and they're like, I haven't had that good of a time in a year or whatever. And that means a lot.
And what does he hope the fans take away from his upcoming show?
I hope, like I said, they have an hour-and-a-half break from life. An hour and a half where you can just forget about everything for a little while. And I think that's super important. You know, who doesn't like to laugh?
For Western Mass News, I'm David Horowitz.